Sagittarius, it's your turn, Sagittarius, for the twin flame reading for November. So we're going to be pulling some oracle cards for you. I did try to record one for Scorpio, but I was having problems with my sound. So we'll see what happens. If I need to do another one, that's fine. And this energy is going to be for approximately, like basically what's going on right now. And we'll get some timing for the next 30 days on what's happening, or if there's something that you need to be aware of at any given point. I'll try to get that out for you. So this is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sagittarius, or if you're cross-watching for your Divine Masculine or Divine Feminine. I do tend to just come from the perspective of reading on the Divine Masculine's energy for the Divine Feminine, but make sure you switch it and reverse it for yourself, because it can be relevant the other way as well. Because I do talk about the Divine Feminine energy as well. So timing is fluid. Switch and reverse the roles as needed. And if there's something in this title, then this reading could also be for you. All right, so we're going to pull some oracle first. I'm going to get the character cards out too. I'm going to pull one of these, and I might get an underneath energy from them too, and kind of see what we get for kind of what's going on here for you, Sagittarius. What's going on for Sagittarius, please? Sagittarius. Some energy for Saggies. There we go. Infidelity. Manipulative social circles that encourage betrayal. Social circles encourage infidelity and make it seem acceptable. Surrounded by temptation and struggles to stay loyal. And the card says, if I can grab it, there are so many barriers stopping us from being together. I know my betrayal created the biggest wall, and I'm working to tear it down. So this could be physical betrayal, emotional betrayal. It could be a betrayal like they left you hanging. So we'll see which one of those it is. Like they just didn't follow through with their side of it. There could have been this person had options. We'll see. Fatal blow underneath. Wow. So whatever this third party thing is could be ending, right? Or they could feel like you guys' situation is ended or ending, right? We'll see. It says danger, like 5 exclamation points. I used to limit myself to safe zones, but now I realize I must face the dangers to survive this. Wow. Okay. The doctrine of mutually assured destruction prevents conflict, causes irreversible ruin and long-lasting consequences, moments of absolute destruction and irreversible damage. I feel like, I just feel like this is one of those situations where somebody was like trying to keep themselves with something that they thought was safe, and it just was like had the absolute opposite effect. Because I think it was because it was the doctrine of mutually assured destruction. They think that it prevented conflict, but it really didn't. And so it like imploded things between the two of you. The best laid intentions, right? That's what I'm really getting with that card. But we'll see what else. What's the T on it? Because I don't know if like they had people around them that were not supportive of them settling down or being with their twin, or they, like most people don't really understand the twin flame dynamic that are not in it or are not twin flames themselves. They see it differently. They view it as any other person because they don't have the perspective to view it with the correct goggles, and it's not something that you could explain to anybody else. So it's like, especially if there's some sort of difference between the two of you. A lot of times friends and family members, especially of Divine Masculines, tend to poo-poo it quite a bit because they're like, why would you even care about this person? They live in Sweden, right? Or wherever it is, right? Whatever the difference is. And they focus on those things and they pick it apart, especially if it would mean that that person would leave their comfort zone by being around them. Okay, let's see what this T is. Okay, so This person's a boss daddy. Okay. So I really get business owner. It says business owner, CEO, BDE. So that's usually King of Wands, right? It's like the joke. BDE is King of Wands. And also it could be Emperor. When I see the boss daddy card, I really think more of like Emperor energy. So what's going on underneath with that? Same shit, different day. Okay. So that's what you don't see. It's like everything kind of is blending into the next thing. Every day is blending into the next day and the next day and the next day. That's what happens when you don't choose your twin, right? That's what I feel anyway. Like it just kind of will. You can't go to back before when you met. So I feel like this is somebody who you've met and you had some sort of relationship with, but then they basically self-sabotaged it or let other people get in their ear, right? Wow. Okay. Soulmates. But you're soulmates, and we know that. You're a type of soulmate. Then underneath, seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, and third-party interference. So again, I'm getting really strong third-party interference. Now, again, this could be another person that is a romantic rival, but it also could be somebody who is simply not, like, they could be whispering in the other person's ear about, like, you don't want to, this could be like one of their friends or a family member or something that's afraid they'll move away, or they'll up level in their energy, because that can happen too, where they're like up leveling in their energy and other people sense an energetic shift within them, and they don't want them to get too far out of the energy that they were in before, right? Because it's comfortable. It's comfortable for everyone involved. Okay. So there's that. And it's like the character cards, I was going to pull one. I can pull another one. But they're already coming in as Emperor / BDE / King of Wands. And this is a very attractive person. I mean, I'm just looking at the cards here. That's why there's third-party interference, most likely. How else? How else are they showing up? What character? Homeless. Oh, solitude, unemployment, feeling like they have no home. That's what happens when you're not with your twin after you meet them. You don't feel like you have a home. You don't feel like you're at home. You feel like you're floating along, wandering around. Yeah, it has wandering. You don't feel like there really is a spot that you belong, because home is not a place. Home is not a place. Spy underneath. So they're watching you. I see them looking at their computer. Yeah, they're worried. They're experiencing the same shit, different day. They're sitting, their life has become monotonous because of the choices that they made and whatever third-party influence that was a part of all this whole thing. And now they're like in the mundane, everyday mode of their life. And it sucks in comparison to things with you. That's just what I'm getting really heavily here. What else? And you know what's crazy is they're showing me how this boss daddy picture, look at this picture. This looks like the same person, only they're in two completely different energies. I mean, but he looks very similar. He looks like almost the same person. This is the appearance on the outside, and this is the appearance on the inside. Oh boy. Oh boy. Man, they feel like they freaking ruined this. They feel like they might have caused the fatal blow. Wow. And now it's like they're stuck in a reality that they can't accept as the rest of their life. They may have been, wow, I'm going to have to put those back and start over because that's just too many. But that's an example of how they're feeling, right? The emotional diarrhea that is their life right now. Answers unfold. Keep your mind open and be willing to learn from this experience. It's blowing their mind, man. Like, this is literally blowing their mind. Because this is so different than any other experience that they've ever known in their entire life. Do you remember, Divine Feminine, when you were in that energy with your situation? Because usually this happens to you first. Do you remember what that was like? When you're like, holy crap, this is what it is. This is a spiritually guided awakening that I'm having, and like the Kundalini awakening that happened. If you haven't experienced that, you'll know when you do, because it's crazy. And it's like, how is this possible? How is this relationship possible? How is everything that's happening to me possible? This is not anything I've ever experienced, especially when your life has been a lot of pain or a lot of betrayal or a lot of ho-hum type relationships or energies, or like if you've been codependent in other relationships and you just had people that would just use and abuse and stuff like that. And then you realize that this is just something completely in another timeline, in another reality. It just doesn't like, it's like not computing. It's a lot. It really is. What does the bottom here say? Breakthrough. Ooh, navigate life's many twists and turns with elegance and resilience. I think they saw you doing that. They saw you doing that, and you set the standard, and you are the spiritual leader, Divine Feminine. Right? So you've been through a breakthrough, and they've watched you do it, because I just put that down next to the spy energy. It's like I chose manipulative social circles over my Divine Feminine energy because I thought it was safe. Oopsie. They'd have to come back with their tail between their legs now. But it was a soul contract, partnership and agreement. What happened here was always going to be the path of some sort. Other people that are on this journey, that are a part of what's happening, if you are in a true twin flame scenario, they are there to teach them lessons that you could never teach them. Lessons that are pivotally important, that spirit believes, or your higher self, or both believe, that are pivotally important for them to grow and change into the person that they need to be, the Emperor. Give me a card overall, please. Yeah, Nine of Swords. They're losing their mind. Look at this. The answers are unfolding, and it's like they're waking up in the middle of the night, and they're like, oh my God, what did I do? I'm homeless. I'm wandering. Sad. Even this boss study, look, they're both looking the same direction, and they're both sad. They're looking off into the distance. They're thinking of you. They certainly aren't thinking about the other option. They really aren't. Underneath we have the World, Hermit, Nine of Wands, yeah, Lovers, Four of Pentacles. This is exactly what I was just saying. Side note, Nine of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Three of Wands, Page of Swords, Six of Wands, and Queen of Wands. So, yeah, what you don't see in the background of the situation is that there's a really big chapter that's ending. They may have ghosted you. I think they're on their own completely when they're thinking about and contemplating their decisions here. But what they're thinking about and contemplating is the fact that they are at the end of the rope about the choice that needs to be made and the fact that they've been holding back on that choice. About you, or about becoming single in order to be able to offer you this new beginning of love. They've held back on this choice. They've held back on the choice. So, they now have to figure out, because it's harder now. It's harder now, and that's why this was always meant to play out the way that it's playing out now. It's harder now, because now they have to turn their back on someone that has the potential of doing something immature, saying things that are mean, hurting them in some way, and they're going to have to heal from that at the same time as they have to move into calmer water. After the same time, they have to sit there and watch you, wishing that they had talked to you and feeling homeless about not being in your energy. And I'm seeing this tower with the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. The answers are unfolding through that head chakra, like, oh my God moment, like we saw in that answers unfolding. And this tower is about their investments, what they invested in, what they didn't invest in. And what they invested in romantically, specifically, right? Six of Cups, Two of Cups, Knight of Swords, Eight of Swords reversed, okay, Eight of Wands, so we have two eights here, Seven of Swords, okay, secrets, tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lights. It's not the full effect if you don't do the background, okay? Page of Cups. Two of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. And then I'm going to take one more. Strength. Ooh, boy, oh boy. Yeah, they're coming back with their tail between their legs towards you. Oh my God. Because the tower's going down, whether you like it or not. Everything, you can't unsee what you're seeing now. And it's all coming crumbling down. You're their soulmate energy. You are their past life energy. You are the perfect person for them. With the Two of Cups. That's who you are. And they either cut that out, or you had to cut that out, or they did something stupid and reckless. So you're just going to have to take whatever situation that is. But either way, they feel like whatever that was might have been the fatal blow between the two of you. And that's the energy that you're in right now. And you could be focusing on other soulmate relationships, because we have Six of Cups here, which is multiple people that it could be. Anyone who could be a soulmate to you. You might be seeking out a soulmate instead. But the energy that they're in right now is that they're trying to unhook themselves from all of this and talk to and be open and honest about whatever they were holding back or not being honest with you about, or whatever they were lying or whatever they weren't being upfront about. So whatever the secret was. And I'm going to pull a card on it because I need to pull a card on it. Because I have to. Because if I was watching this video, I would want it. So, what is this Seven of Swords, please? What's the tea? All right. And it's going to be different for everybody. This particular thing might be real specific, okay? What is that? Within the next 8 weeks, there's going to be a conversation between the two of you. If there's not any contact, it's still going to happen, okay? If this is your story, Saggy. Moving on, and that's what Eight of Wands is. It's moving on. Thank you. Next. I love how they have that on this card. So they are moving on. They're moving on from the lies. They're releasing themselves from how the way that things were between the two of you. But I think that they're moving on from those social circles, the betrayal, the people around them that were negative, that were, influencing their decisions. Have you ever heard people in recovery talk about how part of their recovery from drugs and alcohol, which, you can use that kind of example for, any unhealthy behavior that can come into play, like codependency or unhealthy family dynamics and all that stuff. Have you ever heard people talk about the people that they're around, not going to old places and old friends and old locations? Anybody who's in AA or whatever, tell me what that exact phrase is, because it's not coming to me while I'm channeling. But sometimes part of leaving is detaching yourselves from total social groups completely. The old friends and old situations, right? The associations which have negative influences on you and your recovery, on you and your own mental health. And sometimes that means you have to be alone. That's why this divine masculine is feeling homeless. Because I think they're in that in-between energy, right? They're moving on. They're trying to do it. And right now they're starting to do it by themselves, I feel, unless this person's talking to you. And if they are, please let me know. But you're both waiting on this apology conversation about this back and forth. And you just want the truth. And it's going to take strength for both of you guys to be participating in this conversation. Because I think it's going to be a lot for both of you. I really do. All right. So let's see what Spirit wants to say about this. They want to use these ones. What does Spirit want to say? This is someone who literally could have had a dream in the middle of the night and it came to them and like they felt like their whole crown chakra exploding. Like they woke up and it was like a nightmare where they were like, oh my God, I left my twin flame and I chose the wrong path. All right. So it'll be interesting to see what this truth is when we get to the message part. This Ace of Swords strength, like it's whatever it is taking a ton of courage. Thank you. King of Wands, Big Daddy, Boss Daddy, BDE. He's coming in. You've already manifested it. And they are waiting for the next wave in order to come in. And they're going to be in full, and look, they've got that line there too. That strength. I was just talking about that. So the lion's here. And he's like looking over his shoulder, but he's like, you got this, bro. You got this, bro. 3 wands. What else? 5 of wands. And yeah, there's going to be some people fighting over this this offer because he has options. We know that. And you have options. They even know that Yeah, I'm right. Ace of Swords is the yes card. So there's going to be a new beginning. We have both Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Swords here. Spirit's talking about competition for it. Or perceived competition. You might believe that you would be in competition with somebody else, but really there is no competition. But it's about everybody figuring that out, right? And they're like, man, this wave's coming in. The lion's like, you got this, bro. And then they're thinking about like, what's going to happen? Are we going to fight over this offer? Over this, having this conversation? Am I even going to be able to give this offer? I don't know. And you might be thinking the same thing. But the answers are unfolding because look at how similar these are. If I can grab it. The imagery of these, right? And it's almost like they're facing each other. Like there's a feminine, there's a masculine, right? Wow. It's deep, man. All right. An Ace of Wands. Wow. So that's 3 out of the 4 aces just in this poll that I just did. So we got Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, and we're missing Ace of Cups. So what it's really all about, what Spirit wants to tell you, is about a new beginning of love, starting over, starting fresh, and it is in this underneath energy, right? So we have all 4 aces right now. Yeah, 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. So it's like about, will I be able to put work or effort into this? And you might be thinking, are you going to be able to handle putting work or effort into this? All right. What are blocks right now? Knight of Pentacles in reverse. With this Ace of Wands again. You saw I shuffled, but that came out the same. So this is about lighting this new match, having this new spark of creativity. And again, with the crown chakra and the third eye, I think this is kind of both. It looks like it's kind of starting third eye area and it's more heading toward crown chakra. So it's like somebody could either be coming at you too fast, because this can be opposite energy, or this can be like, is this flame ever going to light? We'll see. Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Wands, 9 of Cups, Ace of Cups. There's the Ace of Cups that's from this deck. Wow. Knight of Cups. Oh. So, yeah. The block is, was I too slow to have this new path? Or this person's going to come at you so fast that you're not even going to see it coming. And because look at these energies here again with this Page of Wands and then this 9 of Cups. They're both just flinging everything around. Like it's almost, because this is, Knight of Pentacles is diligent, coming at you, correct type energy, right? This is taking small steps and being consistent. And this is like blowing up your phone. I want to be with you forever. You're my wish fulfillment. I'm so attracted to you. Would you be mine? Sending you Valentine's in the mail. And then, just like going nuts at you. Like that's the block. Like, did this take too long? Or it's coming in too fast. So whichever one for you. Wow. Okay, so in the next, there's the Emperor. He's like, boss daddy incoming. 6 of Pentacles. It's going to be happening like over the next, from whenever you see this. And I just saw Emperor Hierophant. Man, this is the only thing on their mind right now. If you were wondering if this person's thinking about you, Sagittarius, oh boy. And look at this King of Wands. He's like the wrong side there. So I guess I'll just take him. Okay, so King of Wands, like he made himself known and he's so serious in this picture. Chariot, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Knight of Wands. 4 of Pentacles, but look at this 4 of Pentacles, right? So like this 4 of Pentacles, the harbinger of death, is coming in to stop this holding back, right? It's impending. 9 of Wands. Yeah, it's impending. This is like, you cannot continue with this kind of reality. King of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah. This is, they cannot hold back the Chariot. This is pivot point. This is 2 people here, right? These 2 people are making a decision together. Yeah. 2 of Cups. Yeah. This is ending. Like the way things were, this chapter is closing, and it's like, what direction are we going to go? Are we going to embrace and move forward together? Or are we going to go on this path together? Are we going to make these decisions together? Or are you going to hold on to something that's already dead? Right? And was unfaithful and not helping us move forward either way. You know, like this is the fatal blow either way. You're going to choose that path or this path, right? So I think the decision's going to be made in the next 30 days, but I don't think you may be hearing about the fact that they're releasing themselves in the next 30 days, okay? All right, so let's get some messages here from this masculine for you, Saggy. King of Wands, baby. He's showing up real strong. Aries, Leo, Sag energy. We have a lot of Leo. I mean, we have everything obviously here really at this point, but the biggest energy I'm seeing is Emperor and King of Wands. We have Cancer with the Chariot. Virgo with the Hermit. The Lovers is Gemini. What do you want to say to Sagittarius? Thank you. Sometimes they like do that right before they pop the cards out that they want. Okay, that just fell. I become apprehensive about being candid with you, and I hurt myself by letting you go. Oh, yeah. So they know that now. They thought, like I said, they thought that they were choosing the easy path, the path that would be less hurtful for everybody or them. Like they thought, oh, maybe I'm just hurting myself. But the truth was that they were letting themselves down by not choosing to be with the person that they should have been with, by not making the hard decisions, by not standing up to these other people that were chirping in their ear, the interference, which I personally believe in this situation was multiple places. There was multiple places this was happening. I have never loved anyone the way that I love you. That's part of this too. That's like that answers unfolding part, right? I hide my true desires for you. How's that working out for you? I know I was wrong by not talking to you. Would you be open to talking now? There we go. That's what they're thinking about now. But I think that over the next month or so that they're still like moving forward, that moving on card, I think that they're kind of coming to this conclusion. I think that right now they might be in the middle of having nightmares, like I said. But timing wise, over the next 8 weeks, I think that there's going to be a conversation about how they're moving on from the other things that are going on in their life. And then from that point, I think that things will move along pretty quickly for the two of you. And it'll be moving forward in a positive way. And you're not going to feel so homeless and alone anymore. And they're not going to feel homeless and alone anymore either. Because the way to feel most at home is in union in the 3D. Although you don't have to have that, because you can be at home right now. And that would be my advice for you, is to try to find a way to feel at home to try to get yourself into the mindset of, if my twin flame never were to come back, or if my twin flame and I were never to be together in the 3D, could I be at home within myself? Could I be in union within myself? And if you can do that, and if you can live it, and if you're not just telling yourself, I am doing that because I'm telling myself this is what I'm doing. No, if you can actually do that, then you're in the place for to make yourself open and ready in that Empress energy. And that's when it all happens. And I'm seeing Ace of Wands again. Okay, so let me know what happens. Let me know if this is your story, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.